The Young and the Restless spoilers. Tuesday, February 17th. Victor threatens Kane. Nick sets off Sharon's alarm bells. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, February 17th, reveal that Victor Newman will hang Kane Ashby while Nick Newman sets off some alarm bells for Sharon Newman. For starters, Victor and Kane will disaccord formally again. Kane will obviously be awake following his chloroform fire by also, so Victor will rant about him letting Phyllis Summers gain the upper hand. Y&R suckers will recall that Kane was ready to trade Newman Enterprises for the safe return of his family until Phyllis and Billy Abbott got in the way. Kane may argue that Victor should let Lily Winters and the halves go now that all this is out of his hands. Still, Victor may contend that Kane's the bone who partnered up with Phyllis, so he should be the one to fix this. It sounds like Victor will challenge Kane to scuffle control back from Phyllis ever if he wants their deal to move forward. Until Kane can come through, Victor may contend that Lily and the halves will remain his hostages. Of course, Y&R suckers know that Lily is apparently in on the plan with Victor. Lily and the halves aren't in any real peril, but Kane can't be certain of that and will keep fighting for their freedom. As for Sally Spectra, she'll have some delicate news to partake with Billy Abbott. Billy may be hoping that Sally has come around to his way of thinking, but she may double down on her nausea rather. Since Billy can't take Sally's lack of support presently, Sally may suppose they should make their bifurcation functionary. Whatever the case, Sally will deliver some tough updates on Tuesday's occasion while Nick makes a terrible choice. That may have commodity to do with Nick's dependence plot, which is easily underway at this point. At the coffee house, Nick will peer at the Bitsy bag that used to be full of fentanyl. It looks like that bag will be empty now, so Nick has putatively used it all up and may find himself wondering if he can score further. When Sharon suddenly appears, Nick will snappily hide the bag in his fleece and leave her wondering what's up. Sharon will realize Nick's indeed keeping effects from her, so she'll drive for the verity. Nick may come up with some bogus story or find some way to distract Sharon, but she'll still struggle with some alarm bells. Unfortunately, the Young and the Restless spoilers say Nick may continue down this medicine-addicted path and make some other awful opinions, so stay tuned. On Tuesday, February 17th, The Young and the Restless is really intense. The Young and the Restless has a lot of tension and people are being betrayed. This is all happening in Genoa City. It is going to change a lot of lives. The episode starts with what happened because of Victor Newman's actions. Victor Newman is still trying to get what he wants. He wants to be in charge of everyone. Kane Ashby is okay now after being hurt in a fight. Kane Ashby is upset with Victor Newman again. Victor Newman has a lot of power. He likes to scare people to get what he wants. The Young and the Restless is going to show what happens next, with Victor Newman and Kane Ashby. Kane Ashby was ready to do something big to keep Lily Winters and the twins safe. He was going to give up Newman Enterprises. Some other people got in the way and messed everything up. Victor did not wait to tell Kane that he cannot be weak. He said that being weak is not okay when you are doing business or fighting. Victor was really upset with Kane because he let Phyllis Summers get the best of him. He said that Kane let his feelings and worry make him do things. Victor thinks that Kane should have been stronger when he was dealing with Phyllis Summers and Newman Enterprises. Kane Ashby should have been able to handle the situation. Newman Enterprises is a deal and Kane Ashby should have protected it. Victor's words are really harsh. He says that if Kane cannot get back in control, then he does not belong at the negotiating table. Kane is clearly upset. He is angry and scared at the time, and he tells Victor that he should let Lily and the children go because things are getting out of hand. But Victor stays calm. He does not get upset. He says that Kane made a mistake by working with people and now he has to fix the problem. Victor's words are still sharp. He thinks that Kane has to deal with the trouble he started. Kane is worried about Lily and the children. He wants Victor to release them. Victor is not giving in until Kane proves that he can take back control from Phyllis. Victor says that everything will stay the same. This means that Lily and the twins will still be under Victor's eye. What Kane does not know is that Lily might not really be in danger. There is a plan that is happening behind the scenes. For Kane, the danger feels very real. This is making him very determined to outsmart Victor and Phyllis before something bad happens to Lily and the twins. Kane wants to protect his family. He is going to do everything he can to keep them safe from Victor and Phyllis. Sally Spectra is getting ready to tell Billy Abbott something that could change everything between them. Billy Abbott thinks that Sally Spectra will always be on his side. He is waiting to hear something that never comes. Sally Spectra tells him that she is getting more and more worried. She sees what Billy Abbott is doing. It scares her. Billy Abbott is doing things that remind her of the things he did in the past. Sally Spectra's voice is shaking. It is not because she is scared. It is because she has made up her mind about Billy Abbott and what he is doing. Sally Spectra is trying to tell Billy Abbott that she does not like what he is doing. She really cares about Billy. She does not want to stay with him because he is doing things that are bad for himself. They have a conversation and she says that maybe they should not be together anymore. This is a difficult thing for her to say because she loves him, but she knows that their ideas about what is important are very different. Billy gets upset. Says that she is leaving him when he needs her to support him. Deep down, Billy is really scared. He is afraid that she will leave him just like other people have because he is so focused on trying to prove himself to others. Billy is worried that he will lose her because of the way Sally's stance makes him think about something that's really scary. His ambition is keeping him away from the people that matter most to him. This moment shows us something that we see a lot in Genoa City. That being too proud and wanting much can really hurt us. Sally's situation is an example of what happens when people let their ambition and pride get in the way of their relationships with others. At Crimson Lights, something bad is happening. Nick Newman is sitting by himself with a secret that is really bothering him. He used to be the person his family could count on to do the thing. Now he has a problem. There is a bag that had bad medicine in it and it is almost empty. This shows how trouble Nick Newman is in. He has been taking this medicine. It has been getting worse. He tries to hide it by smiling and not telling the truth. Nick Newman looks at what's left of the medicine and he feels bad about it. He also really wants to take some. Not having the medicine is making him feel anxious. It is giving him a tight feeling in his chest. Nick Newman is struggling with this. It is getting harder for him to deal with. The medicine is causing him a lot of problems. He does not know what to do. Sharon Newman walks in. Her instincts kick in right away. Nick is trying to hide something in his jacket. He is not doing a very good job. Sharon can tell that he is being defensive and trying to act casual at the time. She knows Nick well, so she can see right through him. They have known each other for a time, so she can tell when he is hiding something. Sharon asks Nick what is going on and what he is hiding. Nick tries to come up with a reason. It does not sound very believable. He tries to change the subject and talk about something, but Sharon is still worried about Nick. She can tell that something is bothering him and she wants to know what it is. Sharon Newman is concerned about Nick, so she keeps asking him questions. Nick is still trying to hide the truth from Sharon Newman. She sees the away look in his eyes. This is the look people get when they are thinking about something that is really bothering them. He also seems restless, like he is not really calm at all. This makes her feel worried. She thinks that music artist is carrying a load that he does not want to talk about. The music artist is holding something inside. It is making her feel uneasy. Nick is really struggling with himself. He does not think of himself as someone who's addicted to something. He thinks that the substance is a way for him to get away from all the stress he is under. The problems he is having with his family, the things he is expected to do for work, and the things that have not gone well for him. When the bag is empty, it shows him that he is in a very bad place. He is thinking about getting more. That is a big problem. The reasons he gives himself for doing it are not very good. Sharon can see that things are getting worse between them. She has decided that she will not let Nick hide from the truth and pretend like everything is fine. Nick's problems with the substance are getting worse. Sharon wants to help him. She has been through a lot of pain in her own life. This helps her understand how others feel. It also makes her feel like she needs to act fast. She knows that secrets can get out of control quickly and cause big problems. When she looks at Nick, she can tell that something is going to happen. It might help him. It might make things worse for Nick, and he will be alone even more. Back at Newman Enterprises, Victor is playing a game of chess. He talks to Kane. It is clear that Victor is in charge. Victor tells Kane that he has to take control from Phyllis Summers if he wants to be respected. Victor says that if Kane is strong, he will get respect, but if he is weak, there will be problems. Kane leaves the meeting looking scared. He knows what he has to do. He has to be smarter than Phyllis Summers and Victor. Victor is only loyal to people who can help him, so Kane has to be careful. Newman Enterprises is a place and Victor is the one who makes the rules. Kane has to think and make good decisions if he wants to survive. Victor and Phyllis Summers are not people to be trusted. Kane knows that. The way things work with the people in charge is really about what Victor thinks. Family is very important. When it comes to business, it is like a fight. Every single thing that people do is thought out carefully. Every time people work together, it is only for a little while. Sally is thinking about what she and Billy talked about. She is wondering if she did the thing by walking away from him. Was she being smart and taking care of herself? Was she just scared? She thinks about how she loved being with Billy and all the big plans they had. They wanted to change their lives and be successful together. Sally also remembers how Billy can be really impulsive, and that worries her. She did not walk away from Billy because she is mad at him. She did it because she wants to feel safe and respected. Billy is feeling frustrated now. He is using that feeling to make himself try harder. He wants to win something and show Victor that he is strong. If he can do this, he thinks he can make Sally see that she was wrong about him. The funny thing is, he is doing the same things that made Sally leave him in the first place. He is still trying to prove himself to Sally. This is exactly what drove Sally away from him, away from Victor and him. Nick's storyline gets really intense in a way. After Sharon leaves, she is not completely sure, but she is calm for now. Nick gets the bag and looks at it again. It is really quiet around him. It feels heavy. He thinks about the times in his life when he did not do what Victor wanted him to do and instead did his own thing. The difference between the Nick and the Nick who is thinking about doing something bad again is really big. We see Nick being weak. It is not exciting or cool. This is not Nick being brave and fighting against something. This is Nick slowly falling apart. The episode ends without giving us any answers, which makes you think that what he does next is really going to matter. His next decision will have effects on what happens later. The episode really leaves you wondering what will happen because of what he chooses to do. The Young and the Restless is really good at mixing business deals with problems, and that is what happened on Tuesday. Victor is being very tough on Kane, which shows how badly people want to be in charge of the Newman company. Sally and Billy are at a point where they have to make some decisions, and it is hard for them to balance what they want to do with what is good for their relationship. Meanwhile, Nick is struggling with some issues, which makes the show feel more real and easier to relate to. The Young and the Restless is an American daytime show with big drama and personal problems that people can understand. The show is good at making the characters' problems feel important and real, which is what makes it so interesting to watch. As alliances shift and secrets simmer, Genoa City stands on the brink of upheaval. Each character faces a defining choice: to cling to control, to let go of love, or to confront the truth before it's too late. The people in Genoa City are still feeling the effects of the arguments that happened on Tuesday. The Young and the Restless is looking deeper into things like power, betrayal, and personal problems. It is doing this in a way that feels old and new at the time. The episode that aired on February 17th is not about people making big demands. It also shows what happens after those demands are made. Each character has to think about the consequences of what they have done and deal with the results of their choices. The Young and the Restless is making each character sit with the cost of what they have done. Victor Newman is the man in charge. He is a man who does not back down. From his office at Newman Enterprises, Victor can see the city. It is like his kingdom. He is thinking about what happened with Kane. Victor is not wondering if he did the thing. He is just thinking about what he will do. Victor Newman does not think he is a person. He thinks he is doing what needs to be done. In his mind, if you are weak, people will take advantage of you. That will cause problems. So Victor does what it takes to stay in control no matter what. Victor Newman is always thinking about what Victor Newman will do. Victor makes sure to keep Lily and the twins under his control. He does this whether they are really in danger or if it just seems that way. This is all part of his plan. By doing this, Victor has power over them. To Victor, having power is the same as staying safe. Victor thinks that if he has power, he can survive. Victor just cannot make himself stop feeling a little worried about his son. It is funny that he wants other people to be strong. He does not see that Nick is struggling on his own. This is a problem that Victor does not want to deal with. It is like a big cloud hanging over him that he refuses to look at. Victor is doing this to himself. It is all about his son Nick and how Nick is having a very hard time. Kane Ashby walks out of Newman Enterprises. It feels like the walls are closing in on him. He has been trying hard to prove himself for a long time. First he wanted to prove it to his wife in the business world, and now he is in the middle of a tough fight for power that involves the woman he loves. Kane Ashby is getting really desperate. He cannot hide it anymore. He is not being charming or pretending to be tough like he used to be. Kane Ashby can feel time running out. It is really scaring him. If Victor will not let Lily go unless he sees proof that Kane's capable, then Kane has to do something that seems impossible. He has to outsmart Phyllis without losing control of himself at the time. Kane must be careful because if he wants to get Lily, he has to outmaneuver Phyllis. The problem is that Kane does not want to lose himself in the process of trying to outmaneuver Phyllis and get Lily back from Victor. Kane is thinking hard about what to do next. He knows that Phyllis Summers loves it when things are crazy and out of control. She takes advantage of people when they are feeling weak. She likes it when things do not go as planned. To beat her, Kane has to be really calm and think clearly, which is not what he usually does. He normally counts on people being loyal to him. He tries to appeal to their feelings. This time he needs to think carefully and come up with a good plan rather than just following his heart. What really scares Kane is not what Victor might do to him. It is the thought that Lily will see him lose. Kane does not want Lily to think that he is not able to take care of things. He wants to make sure that Lily sees him as a person who can handle Phyllis Summers. Lily Winters is in a room that does not feel like a prison. It feels like a game. If Lily Winters is really working with Victor on a plan, she has to be very careful. Every single thing she says and does has to make Kane and other people believe she is in trouble. This is a risk. Lily Winters has always thought of herself as an independent person. Working with Victor, even if it is just for a little while, is a difficult thing to do. It is not easy for Lily Winters to do this because she has to think about what's right and wrong. Lily Winters is playing a game with Victor. She has to be careful not to make any mistakes. She says to herself that it is okay to do something if it will help her achieve something good in the end. She thinks that she has to be a little dishonest so that she can stop bigger problems from happening later. When she thinks about how much pain Kane will feel, she starts to feel bad about what she is doing. She knows that love does not just disappear, even if it is not perfect. Love is still there even if it is broken, and it takes time to go. She is thinking about her love for Kane. It is still strong, so it is hard for her to see him hurt. The love she has for Kane is not something that will just vanish overnight. Across town, things are not going well between Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott. They are having some problems. After Sally tells Billy that maybe they should just break up for real, she goes off by herself to think. She looks in the mirror and wonders if she just did the thing for her future or if she just made herself unhappy. Sally Spectra has changed who she is times. She has been a fashion expert, an outsider, and a romantic. But this time she does not want to get hurt. She knows what Billy Abbott is like. She has seen him go after that rush of excitement that people often call ambition. It is really just about the thrill of it all, that feeling of adrenaline. Billy is by himself. He can still hear what she said. He does not know if he is angry or if he is just thinking about himself. Billy throws himself into his work. He tells himself that if he is successful, that means he is doing the thing. If he can win something, maybe even something that makes Victor look bad, then Sally will see that Billy is changing. Deep down, Billy is still hurting. Billy has always felt like he is not as good as people. He feels like he is not as good as Jack or Victor or what people expect him to be. Billy never seems to be good enough. Sally's departure is really going to make him wonder if he's actually able to keep something going for a long time. The thing that is bothering him the most is that Sally's departure is going to make him think that he is not good enough to make something last. Sally's departure is a deal to him because it makes him feel like he cannot sustain something stable, and that is what is really scary for him. At Crimson Lights, the air feels really heavy when Nick Newman comes back after Sharon leaves for a while. Nick Newman's heart beats faster as he gets the empty fentanyl bag from his jacket. The camera does not focus on the fentanyl, it focuses on Nick Newman's shaking hands. This is not what a bad guy looks like, it is what a man looks like when he is falling apart slowly. Nick Newman has spent his life trying to be different, from Victor trying to be his own person and do what is right. Nick Newman is really tired now and it is taking a toll on him. The man is really struggling with being loyal to his family and being able to do what he wants. This fight